Hello everyone, this is Zenbugami and welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered how it is to start learning Japanese? How it is to actually be already learning it? How it is to use this language on a daily basis? Well, I can tell you because I've been learning this language for over 10 years. My story with this language started over 10 years ago when my friend asked me if I want a very specific music game. During that time I had no internet at all, so I gladly accepted this idea. This game was called Project Diva. You probably know Hatsune Miku, but during that time she was barely known on the US. I didn't know about this game at all. I didn't know that the game is fully in Japanese. So when I turned it on, it was quite weird for me. I didn't understand even a single word that was written in here because the whole game was fully in Japanese. But when I started to play the first song that was on the list, I immediately fell in love with this language. That day, I told myself, I want to know what she is singing about. This language was so beautiful for me, so there was no other choice than to actually start learning this language. As I mentioned at the very beginning, I had no internet at all. That's why my aunt gave me a small book, phrase book, so I started from this book. Then she bought me even more books. Then I've got the internet. I learned hiragana, I learned katakana, I started learning kanji. This was like a dream for me for some time. I started learning this when I was going to school, and I can tell you many things about Polish educational system. One of them is when exams, especially school ending exams, are coming to you, then you have literally no time at all for anything. And it happens to me twice. First at the middle school, then on the high school. So that was one of the problems that I was dealing with. Second one was learning with someone. When I started getting interested in Japanese culture, my friend followed me as well. The idea was simple, to learn together this language. And after, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I was left literally alone. Meanwhile, I was going to school like 40 kilometers from my home. Trains were mostly so crowded and so loud, but I still didn't give up. As you may guess, school ended at some point. I didn't get to the university that I wanted, so I literally had no idea what to do next. So I started from scratch. And it was a mistake. I focused on the Japanese. I was pushing myself so hard that I finally managed to pass the JLPT exam, the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, on lowest level, after like 2 years of living in Warsaw. So that's quite the achievement for me, especially for the fact that I was spending most of my time by playing games. I was extremely happy because it was something showing me that I actually made some progress through this N5 exam. It was year 2017. Believe me or not, it was a really stressful day for me because for a moment I was thinking that I may be late on this exam because I was helping someone with taking their luggage through the half of the city. So I went there totally resigned. I was thinking that they won't let me in because I was like 10 or 15 minutes late. I was lucky enough that they didn't even start it, so they let me in. I wrote the whole exam. It was divided into 3 different parts. My total score was 91 out of 180, so barely over 50%. But I managed to pass this. Then my life, everything turned upside down. And I gave up on learning Japanese because I was thinking that I'm on this moment of my life that I will never ever visit Japan. I was in such a bad state that I even wanted to throw away my books, and I'm glad I haven't done that, because 1 or 2 months ago I came back to this language at the moment when I realized that I finally found something that I want to do in my life, what is recording videos, and when everything went back to its place, the Japanese came back as well. During last month I've learned probably way more than during last 10 years. At this moment of time I can't give you any special advices besides like 3 or 4 of them. First one, find a good book, but don't fully rely just on the book. Second one, surround yourself with the language. Listen to podcasts, listen to radio, read as much as you can as soon as you learn even hiragana or katakana. Third one, try looking for someone to learn with. Internet is wide and you can find someone on the internet, that's not a problem. And the fourth one, never give up. Don't get scared about this language. Japanese is amazing and I'm never ever going to give up on this language again. And I hope that next year I'm going to pass another 2 exams, and at the end of the next year I will be on at least N3 level. So this is my whole story about learning Japanese. I hope I didn't forget about anything. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any own experience about learning this language, or if you want to learn it right now on your own. Also, don't forget to subscribe, because there are some people that are watching this and they are not subscribing. I was never expecting myself to actually do this in my life, but I count on you. And see you in the next video. Bye!